Puff also the most played Aphelios in the league, and Aphelios is being looked over.
Well, guys, now in LPL, we care more about Ashe and Aphelios.
That's kind of nice.
Whether it's right or wrong, I'm not sure. But is it more exciting? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. But you know what's super disappointing is here it comes for IG. Volibear first, though. Huh. If we go over it, I'll be super happy. But no, there it is.
And Ning and the Shy have both played one game of Volibear, so once again, this is a team that has ruined the Flex It. We have Aphelios that is, just a standard pick. Hysteric's already pointed out, it's Puff's most played champion by far.
Game 11.
Yeah, they are not a team who will ignore it. Now I want to see where does BLG go now that there's no Trundle, which would be a decent answer to the Volibear. They themselves could go the Graves like we talked about with, like we saw with Victory 5, right? You already have the CC coming out from the AD carry position, so it's not something you need as much of with the jungler now.
But a lot of comfort so far. Most played champion also for Fofo in the Zoe.
Thresh is also open if you want to take that away from the Aphelios, and that has been something that Shinmo can play.
Meteor was a great Graves in 2019 summer. Back when it was the meta. Okay.
Wait, you mean Olaf, right?
Olaf.
Yeah.
What did I say? Graves.
You said Graves. But yeah, overall, Meteor was an amazing Olaf player, and this is something where we've talked about on broadcast. Is something I would expect to be able to go toe-to-toe and come out in those early duels against the Volibear. So really interesting to see. And even back in spring, there were some memorable carry games from Meteor on the Olaf when they were picking up certain wins.
The week one is, hey, we talked about this. It's not a blind this time. You know you're going into the Zoe, but Rookie inflates that win rate on Orianna.
Yes, he does. And so IG actually have a lot of scaling going towards this. I don't want to say late game team by composition when it comes to IG because that's not the way IG plays the game, right?
Sure.
We see them play Orianna in a style where Rookie does just constantly shove in the wave, does try to get chip damage on your turret, looks for solo kills, and is going to enable Ning to play a more aggressive style through, I'm going to assume, the enemy topside jungle, as we always see.
Also, he's planning to take Cleanse here in the matchup, so another smart move. Let's run forward, though, because we need top laners, or potential top laners at least.
It also is interesting to me, you talking about top laners, the fact that IG don't really prioritize the Renekton like any other team. The Shy's actually only played it once, so going to ban that out. We do know they just love running the Jace. They've played the Jace 6 times. It is a champion that even now, I feel like if you're watching this, you could just guess that, hey, the Shy's probably going to play Jace this game, and you have a high chance of being right.
Unless you see King and go, well, I want to pick something a bit more volatile in the top lane. The Shy will match otherwise. A big question mark here, though, because the Renekton already taken away. Double support ban from both teams. Meaning one Thresh, one Braum. Final ban here for BLG. Ban the Jace. Let's go.
I mean, they could ban out either Nautilus or Leona, one of those, but I like that they're not, so both of them are going to be potentially up. I would expect IG to just pick one of those here.
Because any other team would pick Ornn, right? Or something of that caliber.
Yes. A different team would definitely pick Ornn, or even Wukong, but for some reason, the Shy doesn't play Wukong.
No.
Does not play Wukong. They actually ban it quite a bit. Ooh,
okay.
Hysterics. We get the Shy's Ornn.
Has he played at this split? No. This is his 12th unique champion.
So, IG are going for a front-to-back late-game team-fighting style team composition. So, going to be interesting. It's not something they've actually run this split. We saw them do this a few times in spring, but we can see how IG's comp is going to work. Now it's for BLG.
Kingen wants to take the top Sylas matchup, though, and the Bard locked in immediately for Shinmo.
Yeah, so a very scrappy composition at that. They're definitely going to play more around mid and bot early on, while Ornn does still have some pressure in topside. We already talked about, we know Ning's going to play around the Shy, despite the fact of them having this Ornn matchup. But maybe them having Reheal on the roster just change the dynamic a little bit.
That's true. But you know what? I will say that no matter what support, the IG bottom lane is going to play Nautilus. Baolan, Reheal, Southwood, they all play it, and they all get forced into it. So usual matchup here for IG.
Yeah, this one's going to be really interesting, especially on the side of BLG, right? IG's comp is pretty stock and standard. We've seen it 100 times. For BLG, obviously you have the Bard, so at least signaling early on you want to play more with your jungle, and especially with you having the Zoe throwing out those paddle stars, trying to find priority mid lane, we can see them kind of linking up as this three-man unit, jungle, mid, and support, and trying to find picks through that sense.
Okay.
And then once we hit the level 6 mark, I mean, you could Tempered Fate, the turret, throw down the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and set up some dives on bot lane if you want.
I like the idea of dives. I will ask you as we get into
the same thing on mid, actually.
Ah, actually could.
I'm sorry, though, I interrupted you.
No,
Keep going.
I was going to ask you. You've got Sylas, you've got Ashe, you've got Zoe. But with the team fighting nature and the way IG have that front line, It feels like scaling is just simplistic here.
Yeah, I mean, for the side of IG, right, you expect them to want to go to, you know, the 3 or 4 item mark and then just have the Shine, be a frontline, have Ning also, actually all 3 of them, right? You're playing for your 2 carries in the sense, which feels great when Rookie is on the Orianna, so going to be one of your big damage dealers. And once again, we set this up coming into the series. We need to see more from Puff. We want to see more from Puff.
At least with different support here, with Reheal coming in for game number 1. IG sitting 5-3 at the moment. Not what you expect out of 2018 World Champions. Granted, the roster's changed a little bit since then in the bottom lane, but 2019, they hit some real high highs within the regular season. 2020 spring, they were first in the regular season, 14-2.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget. Like, it's like history's been rewritten in a sense, like, because I saw it so much that, hey, with Jackie Love leaving, IG became terrible. And it's like, guys, they went 14-2 in spring.
Yeah.
Like, in regular season, they were still a fine team.
They just struggled when it came to playoffs there. Semi-final, they got toppled over. And here we are with IG trying to make a resurgence. Rookie has been the standout. We'll see how they go into BLG, who BLG running Meteor back again. There is hope that this roster can find some kind of redemption, retribution, some resurgence here in summer.
Nice vocabulary.
I learned it
Trying to flex your word economy.
I learned those words off of Guild Wars 1. You know, a lot of spells named like that. That was a great game, and I still can't log in. If anyone from Guild Wars is watching, please, I'll give you my email in a DM. Please let me back in.
Oh,
I have forgot my password, and there's no online support because the game was out when it was like Windows 98. Or maybe it was Windows 2000. But please let me back in.
Sterix using the LPL live broadcast platform
I hope someone's
efficiently.
Listening. Please pass it on if you know anyone. Welcome to Game 1. Now, there's been a lot of storytelling for IG so far this split. We entered with a coin toss. Is it going to be Rookie and Ning or the Shy? Well, the Shy's on Ornn versus a Sylas. I'm curious about the matchup.
Early on is typically Ornn favored. You know, he's going to be able to trade. It's also going to be a lot for Kingen to be able to hit the Abscond of Ducks, especially at the level 3 mark, to, you know, be able to get that full trade, stack up that Conqueror, but won't really be until later on, like, once you hit that first item mark where you really start bullying out the Shy. Okay. So early on, you don't expect too much action. It actually is a lane that Ning can play around. And you even have some kill pressure in bot side in the sense that you are facing a Bard, right? You have a Nautilus. So you land the Dredge line, Ning's here on the Volley Bear. There are some tools you have to play with in the early game, even though we did set up IG as the team that wants to scale.
Well, for BLG, I mean, you were talking a little bit about mid. It feels like with an Olaf with the Zoe, the pressure onto Rookie.
Yeah, ton of 2v2 pressure, right? You hit the Sleepy Trouble bubble. And this was the combo we saw actually last summer a lot, like you were talking about, where Olaf was pick or ban every game in the LPL. Yeah. Sleepy Trouble bubble just setting up for Olaf's full combo, very easy to find a kill. And it's going to be a lot easier when we set up the Bard as well.
Well, Media's decided instead he's going to go top first, and the Shy's too far forward. Abscond Abduct, the Searing Charge. I feel like he's just dead here. With the hammer down, the Shy can't trade, and I think we flip tails to start off game 1.
Yeah, and, you know, pushing in the lane. So I guess Kingen playing well, right? Wasn't using those AoE passives to try to push the lane, letting the Shy push in.
Ning up here now as teleport's being used. I'm surprised Meteor didn't stick around.
Oh, God.
This could be good for the Shy as the Searing Charge almost gets a knock-up. Abscond Abduct, if that went in, Ning was ready to pounce.
Like, had Ning gone out earlier, I feel like they definitely could have forced a flash, but you could see they really wanted the kill, so he was being patient, hoping that Kingen would overextend.
But now Meteor spots him out. Level advantage here for the Olaf, and dueling an Olaf, who just picked up first blood, plus he is Olaf.
Also, Kingen has TP, so he can come in this fight very easily. We see that Fofo has priority in the mid lane, so he could also cover quite well. And so far, lane's going as we'd expect, right? We set up that Zoe's going to push this Orianna in the early laning phase. We knew that the Shy would push Sylas early on, but great job by Meteor and Kingen to take advantage of that. And, you know, of course, Ashe having a very easy time pushing a lot of matchups, just spamming that volley.
Now going to be backing bottom side as well. Meteor picks up top side Scuttle, bottom side Scuttle as well. He has first blood. This is a great start for BLG while Ning trying to get in position top.
Sneaky bear.
Yeah, just in time. Wasn't spotted out with Kingen coming back closer to the lane.
Doesn't look like anything will happen. Do you think something happens?
Ning's patient as a jungler. He'll be here for a minute and a half, so yes. No.
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 I mean, something will happen in the sense that he'll be here for a minute and a half.
Ning's gonna...
Maybe.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. So...
Kingen, I guess, nice intuition by him.
I was going to say, this has happened so many times with Ning. He will sit topside for a gank for a minute and a half.
Dude, you remember Zach? Zach in Spring? He did it once. I remember.
Yeah.
He was there for like 2 minutes waiting.
People thought he AFK'd us. The Shy's too far forward again. He misses the searing charge. Wants a solo kill, but under turret.
And
we flipped tails.
I thought we got away from this. He's actually looked pretty fine the last few series, but he did have to push in the wave from the position he was in, but you would think that, he would just tell Ning, hey, Ning, stay for a second, help me push out this wave, but going for the solo kill.
Oh, how good was that to run that segment?
That was a good call. That was a good call.
0 and 2 pre-6. Teleport was used, wave shoved in. Kingen got the kill that time as well, and BLG through topside jungle have just kicked this game off in their favor.
Well, glad to see that teams playing against IG have stayed consistent and just saying, hey, we're just going to keep ganking top.
Nothing Ning can do about it. He just has to go back to his own jungle, and Meteor has maintained a CS lead in that same jungle as well. Bit of a gold lead to kick off BLG in the form of 1,000. And, Kingen already with Amplifying Tome, Ruby Crystal, a lot of items on board with the Corrupting Potion. Feeling pretty good.
I feel like Ning just needs to commit his... Ooh, actually.
Okay, you talked about this though. Ning coming in the bottom lane, Wings in a lot of trouble. So is Shinmo, the Ignite, as they turn for Meteor, but Meteor is the big Olaf. Lands on down into the back line, kills Reheal, and this guy back on the roster means BLG win it all.
And he's putting so much pressure across the whole map, finding advantages on top side, finding advantages on bot. It actually looks pretty okay starting out for IG. We talked about how they have kill pressure in that 2v2. Ning there to answer.
As a level 6 Kingen, a level 5 the Shy. He has to flash away. Action all over the map for BLG.
Well, it looks like we are getting to playoffs, IG. But still, I don't actually want to even just talk down to IG too much because this is also just BLG playing well. This is Meteor finding great opportunities. Good job from BLG's bot lane. I don't know if that was planned for them to, get that low. Obviously, probably wouldn't be, but still baiting out the engage from Reheal and Puff. Great counter game coming in. You talked about how strong he was on the Olaf. And we're already at a 2K gold lead at 7 minutes.
Only thing I'm sad about, Meteor is going towards Cinderhulk. I missed the Warriors Olaf with this much of a lead as well.
Huh. We're seeing Fofo. Is he taking Scuttle?
I think he is. Or just roaming
up. Just hovering topside.
Why not?
Just, I guess, being there just in case Ning would have come through lane and looked for a gank.
I love we just keep looking topside again. Ning is here now.
The observers know. They know where all the action's happening.
Flash available for Kingen, but over a ward, Ning is going to be spotted out.
Man, how frustrating when the enemy top laner actually wards.
Yeah.
I bet the Shy is so angry right now.
I can't believe they dropped the control ward.
This guy buys wards? he could buy combat stats.
Well, Kingen's played the lane out pretty nicely. Only a bit behind.
The best Reddit comment I ever read was, why buy wards when you already have eyes for vision? Yeah. It's stuck true. It's stuck true to me to this day. I feel like the Shy saw that one as well.
That's challenger mentality, I think. Why would you buy ward? What a waste of money.
You have eyes for vision, guys. Shame on you.
Props to Reddit for giving us good content. People should never talk down to Reddit.
Huh. I wonder if Meteor will actually just go and start up the Rift Herald outright. He has pressure top. I mean, you have Zoe mid, right? So it's still going to be just Paddle Star, backline, it's gone. 2 Paddle Stars to the melee minions. Ooh,
there's
Rookie.
There's two-man grabbed him again. You're right, Rookie's come on down. The Enchantress arrow misses, and now Wings in a bit of trouble. Overthrew the Shockwave flash into the Magical Journey. And BLG's bottom lane get on out as Call the Forge God topside while Ning's coming on in. Kingen does have more mana, though, than the Shy. At half health, the Searing Charge does not connect. Ning gets his ult stolen away from the Stormbringer to get out. He flashes as well. Ning forced back, and Kingen with a nice escape.
Oh, and we see them collapsing a stream now with Fofo heading up as well.
The dive, very possible.
Oh, the Shy, what are you doing?
Re-engage. He's so far out, he has no mana. He's on the Minion Wave. The Searing Charge means his death is assured. And Lyric, you said it so well. I think this coin does not flip heads.
Fofo even used the scrying plan, so they should have known that they were hovering topside. They saw Herald go down, right? They got the notification that Herald has been taken, and all he did was walk slightly too far forward to touch the wave.
Well, so much for the Shy playing better recently.
Rookie tried. Rookie walked bot. Rookie found a great angle to come in. Unfortunate he's facing a Bard, so, you know, they have the Magical Journey. Use the ultimate. Blows the flash from Wing, so a crucial summoner spell. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, though. And he's winning lane, too. He's up in CS.
Yeah, played the lane well as usual. But unfortunately, there's an anchor on IG, and that's not a form of consistency. Well, it is actually. But the anchor on IG does not keep the boat in place. It drags the boat as it's trying to get away.
Yeah, this is a rough one for the pretty much for the rest of the team.
Well, BLG at least to sing their praise. 2K gold up, and we talked about the leadership from Meteor. He has led this game one.
Again,
looks like old Meteor.
The thing that just blows me away is that the fact that they play as a team now, right? It's not just one of them snowballing out of control. Shinmo's in the mid lane. We didn't really see any of this in spring. We're seeing Meteor go towards top, Kingen using his advantage to hover and look elsewhere. And it's just great to see this teamwork that if BLG had, it's like they have the individual prowess to compete with the top teams.
The BLG that should have been a top team themselves because of the names on this roster. You got King on top, you got ADD who's on the bench, who even still played a fantastic 2019. A Shockwave on Shinmo, a flash out with a Magical Journey. That's the second time Rookie has burnt a summoner from his Shockwave, as BLG meanwhile see him, say, okay, let's hit top with Rifter, I'll get first turret. 3-11 minutes.
And now it's going to become so hard because guess what? King can constantly clear up the wave, he can hover for mid, he could go with Meteor, invade the red side jungle of IG, so now it's going to be hard for Ning to even farm half of his jungle.
Yeah. A Fed Silas this early on does not feel good either.
No, it does not. Fed Silas and a Fed Olaf, right?
Yeah.
Because now what can Puff or Rookie do?
Well, Call the Forge God is what the Shy can do, is that even under turret, the Bellows Breath, the Searing Charge away. And Call the Forge God was stolen by Kingen once again. The inner turret goes down while Puff's ult was horrendous, but still they have the shove bot and Ning's looking for a dive.
On tempered fades.
Yeah, what ult's going to come through first? The arrow lands onto Wing, still the damage there. Stormbringer on top of this 80 carry. Ning needs a couple more autos, feels like he has the damage, and does. Nice, the right word as Kingen comes in with Call the Forge God. The Shy has TP'd in. The Bellows Breath though, and Kingen has such a lead. Now wants to survive it. Is onto the Shy. The back one, he wanted W, but the Kingslayer not up in time, and Ning gets a double kill with a shutdown attached.
Wait, did he TP from top when he had no HP?
He did.
What?
So, yeah, I know you're laughing because Kingen laughing about that. And the Shy helped. He did something.
Yeah, overall, IG able to pick up some kills. Is Ning playing pretty well, finding that as well. I expected Shinmo to use Tempered Fate at first, then just walk away instead of actually trying to find the kill themselves on the Ning. Obviously, it didn't work out, Ning picking up 2 kills, but a bit of a head scratcher from Kingen, not just recalling first and, you know, healing up, but maybe feeling urgency to find the TP right away so more people don't end up dying, but obviously didn't work out.
It was definitely not the play with the lead you already have. Still BLG ahead by 3,000 gold, and they're going to get this dragon at the same time.
Here's a question for you, which, you know, it's weird that I am technically the analyst asking you the questions. Do you think the Shy freezes this wave?
No. Wait, yes. You do?
I think he's not as well.
Oh.
I think he could because realistically,
realistically,
BLG have nothing else on the map to play for right now.
Can you freeze properly with a Bammy Cinder though?
Ooh, you're right. You're right. You really can't.
Kind of impossible.
You could slow down the wave, but good call.
I mean, you talked about the scaling comp for IG, so at the very least they have that to work towards, but with the early snowball from BLG, despite Kingen face planning a moment ago, it still feels like they're in a good position where IG are going to have to catch up 25 minutes later. Especially with an Ocean Soul on the horizon, something that IG will not want to give away to BLG.
True, but it's going to be really tough. At least gold is even, like you said, so that's kind of a nice aspect for the side of IG. But now Meteor can start. I mean, he has options, right? So we're finally seeing this 3-man squad we talked about, right? We're seeing Meteor with Shinmo hovering for Fofo. You can use the Tempered Fate, try to pick him off somehow. Meteor can just play through top, keep winning that 2v2 since they're both so far ahead. Then Kingen can use his pressure to roam and, you know, put pressure on mid lane while Fofo hovers down. Or Meteor can even just go straight bot because you have Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
Okay.
So you're a man with many options.
You're getting set up while Ning, I believe, is spotted out on top side. Magical Journey there. Reheal was hit by the arrow. The Tempered Fate flashed away from by Reheal. IG's bottom lane absorbing pressure yet again. And that'll be the end of the play. They back away, but should be able to hold the turret.
And we'll probably start to see some action right now with the fact that Rift Herald's about to come back up. So I would expect BLG to posture for it.
Ning onto Kingen, who might have been caught on out here. Over the wall, the Shy flashes, burns one out of Kingen. And when you're the Ornn so far behind, that's worth it, as Kingen now has to dodge away from the Forge God, does so, but steals the Stormbringer once more. The re-engage possible. Kingen wants to find the charge as Meteor flashes forward. The Undertow connects, but Rookie behind them as well. In a choke, the Shockwave hits on two, but Stormbringer from Kingen gets him out of the way. And they secure the kill in the end. The Shy, 0-4. Rift Herald given over to BLG.
Overall, it looks pretty cool at first of Ning and the Shy to commit so heavily to find the pick onto Kingen, but BLG's bot lane had already recalled, so we saw that Shinmo was actually already on his way, and they had no vision of Wing, so it would have been dangerous for Rookie and Ning to turn around and actually fight that 3v3 because, well, or I guess 3v2, because it wasn't a 3v2. All of BLG were on their way, and now BLG going to pick up a bunch of objectives across the map. Good for Puff, though, to get this turret quite low.
About one hit away as we'll watch this fight again.
Yep, they just run onto Kingen. Really aggressive flash coming out from the Shy, which forces Kingen's flash as well. And if you look on the minimap, their bot lane has already recalled. Bofo is already rotating over. So once Meteor shows here, it's like, okay, IG realistically can't fight anymore. Rookie goes for the Shockwave once they all in here to try to dissuade, but realistically doesn't do enough. They still know they can kill the Shy. Ning and Rookie, not the Rookie, just need to get away.
He should take because the Shy is...
He deserves it.
Yeah. The Shy's going to lose it. That's what should happen. IG take away he becomes Shy, who, of course, the Shy was named after the OG player Shy.
Yep. Korean top laner from
so
back in the
maybe
day.
he can't become Shy. Maybe he becomes the Shy.
Maybe he just becomes the.
Ah, he gets Shy taken away. He doesn't deserve it. Pretty harsh. But to be fair, Shy hasn't played well for a while. His Enchantress Arrow, kind of bogus.
It's pretty harsh. You just made a segment about him being the bad side of, you know,
yeah,
like a coin flip. So I feel like you'd be a big proponent for this.
I feel like, though, I'm harsh on IG, but I feel like it's fair.
I know you're harsh on IG because you love IG.
Yeah. It's like a sad parent again, you know? True. A sad parent.
The naggy mom.
Yeah, I am the mum after all. Well, BLG have just really controlled this game, a few things considered. You got a Black Cleaver on Meteor. The turret goes down again. He's got Herald. That hasn't even been used yet. And only one outer remaining.
Like, the problem at this point for IG is they can just leave the Shy alone and just have their 4/5-man core play everywhere else, constantly have a numbers advantage. And even if the Shy does match, they're going to win because he's, you know, really far behind compared to Kingen.
Yep.
Or, we've already stated, they can even just play through the top side 2v2 and they'll win.
I feel like right now, if you're looking towards IG's condition, well, look no further than mid.
I mean, their condition now is just buy time.
Yeah.
Just buy as much time as possible, get to that point where a huge Shockwave, Moonlight Vigil combo will just win a game outright.
The crazy thing is, for anyone else playing this comp, they'd be super passive, super reserved. IG don't play like that, no matter the comp. So
I mean, realistically, right, if they still hit all their abilities in the right way, they could still somehow come out ahead.
True.
And
well,
that's what IG bets on.
Shy has his ulti. He's moving into mid to defend the turret while Meteor head first. IG in the river. Herald's going to take a lot of time at this one. Wing's going to hit him meanwhile. And that turret under threat gets clapped away.
Oh,
and
jeez.
Wing's starting to hurt.
Half HP on the Shy. He does have TP. He is recalling, so we got to keep our eye on that.
Ning is poked out. Dragon resets. And IG pulling back for now. The TP you mentioned, right into the brush.
IG are behind time.
Ning trying to hit the Dragon. Still waiting. Enchantress Arrow on the back line. Hits the Shy, who gets locked on up. At the Dragon, secure is to BLG. Puff gets locked in as the Shy for the re-engage. Hits Meteor once more, and BLG at half health. They get the objective. They're on sole point. Everything's done.
Yeah, so overall, big loss for the side of IG. Now, guess what? You don't get to dictate the pace of how long you're going to wait for these fights because, you know, in 4 minutes and 40 seconds, you are going to have to fight.
As the Shy almost dies yet again. He's walking mid. We'll take the safe route in the end. And you mentioned it, 4 minutes 30. That Ocean Soul feels pretty good if you're BLG and able to secure that. It does feel like that this game could just be sealed. And a Game 1 win for BLG against Invictus Gaming would be big news.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually funny that we were talking the other day about BLG making playoffs, and I said it was possible until I thought of it. I'm like, well, their score is pretty bad, but you know, BLG might be able to make a miracle run for playoffs.
If Meteor continues playing like this, absolutely. It's a 2-4 team. They've only played 6 games. They're like LGD. They played the least in the league. So there's still hope for BLG. It's not too late.
That's true. They still have 11 left, like counting this series, so they have a lot of room to maneuver. I mean, heck, we kept saying 8 was last split. They have 11 series left. They only need to win, you know, just above half of them.
That's right. And I guess we've been negative on BLG in the past couple of weeks, obviously because we've watched them play and said, well, this team is not in the upper echelon just because of how they've looked with best 16 and added elements.
I mean, for me, the teams I'm extremely negative on are the ones I truly believe in and love.
Yeah, like
so,
BLG.
So BLG, Rogue Warriors.
Can't be negative on them in this game, though.
Nope, they're playing extremely well. And again, they're playing as a team, guys. BLG are playing as a team. It might not be the fastest League of Legends. There might not be constant bloodshed. There might be bloodshed right here, though.
Reheal caught out. Dredge line lands down. Tempered Fate flashed away from yet again. Feels like every time Shinmo ults, Reheal has to flash.
2 ults, right? Shinmo ults, flash. Rookie ults, flash.
Mm-hmm.
Seen it every time.
Meteor maintain control. Sorry, BLG maintain control alongside Meteor. Is the Baron's sitting there waiting. That Dragon timer still BLG feeling confident they can wait and draw IG in.
I'd actually like to see BLG take an aggressive play right now and play for that Baron because the Shy doesn't have TP. Kingen does have TP. You can put pressure on bot side and either Kingen's going to get the free hit the turret or guess what? You make a 5v4 play on the Baron. There we go. I got my words out of me. 5v4 play on the Baron. We saw Rogue Warriors doing this the other day. We saw E-Star try to do it yesterday, and I'd love to see BLG pull it out right now.
Plus, Kingen has the ability to steal a good ulti.
Kingen's pinging out Rookie, so he might actually go for it.
Gundam Duck with the Proto Belt to lock onto Rookie. A good dodge away. Shockwave is there. As Shinmo is positioning as well. Rookie wants to solo kill the real Shockwave. Rather, Kingen's one comes through. A good dodge again from Rookie as this solo kill is heating on up. Rookie gets the damage with Dissonance and survives while the rest of IG are fought in the middle lane. Wings with the re-engage. Meteor has used Ragnarok. IG survive, and that solo kill was so well negated by Rookie once more.
Rookie played that so... I mean, the fact that... Think about it. Kingen only got Rookie that low because he was willing to waste his flash to get on top of Rookie. Rookie sidestepped everything else. No Abscond Abduct hit, and Rookie played it so beautifully.
And that is like a 2-item Silas, too. He's got an early lead.
You're still not going to kill it. Like, as Silas, right? If you don't hit your Abscond Abduct, you're not killing anyone.
True. Well, Rookie's going to do more damage after that fight. He's close to the Spellbinder here on the Phase Rush Orianna. So, 228 CS at 22 minutes. Yet again, the lane. A big success here for IG's mid laner. And we're getting towards the 22-minute mark. Look at the top left-hand of your screen. A minute till that Ocean. We're ticking over where IG have themselves a 4,500 gold discrepancy. Fofo, remember, can do this as well. IG are walking towards that dragon, getting set up.
Also interesting that Fofo really only had to be someone clearing waves this game, right?
That's true.
He didn't really need to do much.
Hang on, but a Shockwave, it caught out mid-transition. Ning wants to get the engagement. The Cosmic Binding from Shinmo may have saved Fofo's life.
Still really nice. Ooh, Enchantress Arrow.
Re-engage on the Reheal. The Cosmic Binding yet again as Meteor has found that support Nautilus. Into the middle goes Kingen, but he's knocked on up. Rookie walks away while Puff gets disintegrated. IG have just been disconfigured. Ning has to use ult for a disengage. And losing only King and BLG get the pick in front of Ocean Soul.
Yeah, and IG looking for an aggressive play. Almost got it onto Fofo, but we've already talked about how, hey, Kingen will always be able to be here first. The Shy's going to have to answer waves under his turret. And that's exactly what happened. Kingen was here. The Shy wasn't. Kingen went in with a really great engage, and the team found 2 picks.
Get the turret most likely as well. The Shy won't be able to fully wave clear this, but have they stuck around for too long? Call the Forge God onto Shinmo, lines him up through the magical journey and takes him out halfway through, but close, but no cigar. Ocean Soul in the meanwhile picked up by Meteor.
Playing against Bard feels so bad. So many kills that are like 90% of the time guaranteed, just ruined with magical journey.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any sympathy for IG because they tried here, but Shinmo saved the play.
Yep, and look on your minimap. We see Kingen heading over wide. The Shy has been answering waves. Wings is close by as well. We see Enchantress Arrow hit. Meteor running forward, and then Kingen taking Ning's ultimate, jumping forward, hits the E, gets in, deals a ton of damage, still gets bursted out by Puff, but now with the other members of BLG here, like Meteor, Wings, and Fofo to dish out damage, that's all they needed.
And now I'm curious because this game is so under control by BLG, more so than before with the Ocean Soul.
They have Ocean Soul, so now they feel comfortable to just continuously bait out a fighter on the Baron.
Kingen has called the Forge God as well. Oh, Bubble onto the Shy. Well, he's Bellows Breath a little bit too early there, but dodges away. Fofo loses his Banshee's Veil shield as BLG is stacked up in this brush. Call the Forge God now going to be used after the Enchantress Arrow. The Trouble means Reheal goes nowhere, but the poke damage not enough, surprisingly. While Meteor on the backside, Tempered Fate doesn't connect, but he comes in with the Undertow. Shockwave only onto one, but it's a key pick here onto Shinmo while Reheal takes up the damage from Meteor. Rookie needs to get away, but at this point, BLG have already won the fight on the rest of the IG members. The Shy and Ning on a sliver of health, but Meteor dunks on down, and the Shy dies his 5th death.
And overall, just great fight coming out from BLG, wrapping around knowing, hey, they actually can't really go for the poke. They have great damage if they can engage. The turret had no HP left. They full-on commit. Sure, Rookie ends up getting Shinmo, but overall, massive win for the side of BLG that's going to lead to this Baron.
Over to the Baron, and over to getting closer to a 10k gold lead at this point. BLG showing signs of control that I'm sure a lot of fans who haven't seen them recently wouldn't believe they had.
And let's just remind anyone out there who didn't see BLG's last series against LNG that,
Ning's dead.
Ning is not dead.
Well, you can reminisce on old Ning. At least he's out.
But, yep, BLG have only just started playing with Meteor again. He wasn't on the roster. They were using best 16, and they were still swapping between Kingen and ADD, and it didn't feel like either of them were the problem. They just didn't have a voice on this team. Glad to see them bring Kingen back in as well as Meteor.
As Puff is now probably dead. Cosmic Binding locks him up. Wings walks on in, needs an auto. They lock him down with the Tempered Fate, and the Shy's in there as well somehow. Searing charge out while Meteor, he has his ultimate up again, and IG, they're just running back to their base. Ning's doing a camp, while Rookie's like, can I win this game with just me? The answer's no. Abscond Duck from Kingen won't mean a difference.
At this point, Hysterics, don't ruin the KDAs of Rookie and Ning. Just back off, fire up your cabs. The game's probably over.
I'm going to run it through mid. The Shy is 0-6. I wish I had that coin in the studio because I'd tell you from the get-go. This didn't go anywhere past heads. It's on tails. Rookie's going to flash away. Shockwave's good. Re-engage from Reheal. And they almost find Wings, who flashes away just in time, but Reheal sacrifices his life into the back line. Rookie's KDA saved for now. So Kingen's had a pretty fun game. As Fofo tries to poke down, and this game one's over. It's just about how long until BLG could run up to that next turret.
Wow, and they actually might be able to fend them off. Puff being back up does give them quite a bit of weight.
Ocean Soul, though.
True.
That's called the Forge God. They want to kill Wings. Magical Journey, and that hits no one, while Kingen's hits the Shy, dodges away from Rookie. Abscond Duck once again onto Ning. Re-engage onto Kingen. Rookie wants to find him as well. Phase Rush for the chase. They get a pick onto the top laner of BLG. While Fofo wants to re-engage himself.
Yeah, and now BLG should be able to back off. Kind of surprising they didn't commit into any one area, because had the rest of them tried to follow up with Kingen, I feel like they could have probably just went out another fight and potentially ended.
Yep.
Or just surprising that Kingen wouldn't just move top and help the rest of his team take turret. But I guess at the end of the day, Kingen going down doesn't mean too much. It does help buy IG a few more minutes. I feel like BLG probably would have backed off regardless, though.
Does feel like IG, though, need about 10, 15 more minutes with the way this early game's gone.
Yes, they do, but okay, we're actually going back quite a bit. We see the first Enchanted Crystal Arrow hit, and then he's going to chain it with his Cosmic Binding. They get him extremely low. I don't know if they would have needed the Tempered Fate in the end. They still do it just in case, get him down, and then they are going to have the ability to chase the rest of the members down.
That's how it led them to the base in the end as well. Baron's still up for another 10 seconds. That'll help Wings clear out this wave and set up for Elder that's coming up in a minute. And if they can't end through pushing the base, well, BLG getting Elder surely will give them that game one.
Yep, this is just, you know, a matter of time for the side of BLG. And yeah, they're just going to be able to push down bot, take all of these for free, be patient, try to coordinate the push with mid, and in 40 seconds, if you aren't able to over-aggress for a dive, which I don't feel like you need to risk doing it because they do still have a lot of burst damage on the side of IG, just take the Elder.
Let's try and get some poke down here as well. Puff has been someone who's been caught out quite a bit this game as well.
I'm interested to see Fofo's damage, actually, with you talking about poke, because I don't really feel like we've seen him do much.
There you go, there's a bit. Good dodge from the Shy. I haven't said that this game.
I mean, he's actually only been involved in 4 out of the 14 kills. Which, I mean, clearing waves is really his only job, but...
Well, you got that nice little trouble bubble onto Puff in the mid lane. The Shy walks into the choke. Shimo misses constant fighting. Kingan has stolen away the depth charge as Meteor sits mid, but look at where Wings is. Even with the arrow far away, ready for the Elder to start, while BLG is still spotted, clearing out mid. He's soloing this. He's got 2.5 items, sorry, 3 items, and he's soloing. He doesn't need Meteor.
He doesn't need Meteor at all. Well, guys, now we are getting to this last, like...
That's it.
Okay, it's going to be the last push. I was going to see if they were going to recall first, but I'm glad they're not. We're going for the last push, and we're going to have the final team fight.
Feels like we've been waiting for a while.
Which is weird, because this game is actually only 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
But it was as one-sided as could be, starting from the first gank onto the Shy.
IG game 1, sometimes they get absolutely pummeled. Want to see more from BLG, because this is a great game. Kind of prove that with Meteor, they hold strong.
Okay, we're going to see a massive Shockwave Moonlight Vigil combo, and Wings and Fofo will be deleted, and it will buy more time.
No,
we're going to see it.
No Infernum.
Okay, we're not going to see it.
Well, I mean, with Chakram, maybe I'm wrong. As Rookie has to heal up a little bit. Fofo's still ginormous. Okay, the Shy's trying to defend against Kingan. Not sure he can do that. This inhibitor's going to go down, and IG just have to watch as the minions funnel in and BLG in with them.
Okay, so Tempered Fate, the Nexus turret, and all in.
Okay.
Let's go.
Instead, let's go bot and get the 3rd inhibitor. And then maybe find Puff.
Okay, so at least this time they are threatening it. Kingan is hovering over. They're going to be able to take this turret.
Okay. Oh, dodge away by Kingan. Tempered Fate onto Ning. This could be it. Trouble bubble behind the Volley Bear, who dodges. And inhibitor's going to go down with Elder, BLG. Now time to force.
You know, guys, patience is a virtue.
It is when you have Elder, isn't it? I guess.
I feel like it's the opposite when you have Elder. I feel like patience is not supposed to be the virtue.
So sorry my sarcasm doesn't come through. But hey, you got 3 minion waves coming in. This might be it. Call the Fort God. Use Wings. Arrows out. BLG are backing away. As IG start the engage, the Shockwave comes in as well with the Moonlight Vigil and Infernum. And BLG have lost 2. One of them was their main damage source. The Shockwave now onto Fofo. Excuse me. Called Forge got stolen from Kingan. Re-engage them. BLG might be too fed, but they don't care. But Kingan dies to Puff and Rookie. And now Meteor is left on out. He has to flash with Gravitum. And BLG, when we praise you, we meant it. But you may have dropped the ball.
You know, Hysterics, you might have thought I was serious when I said that IG were going to win that fight with a Moonlight Vigil and a Shockwave, but I wasn't serious. I didn't expect it to happen. Yeah. I don't know how we're in this timeline where they have Ocean Soul, they had more than 10k gold lead, they have Elder Drake, and
it's a Baron here. Meteor's not up for 30 seconds. Ning's up in 3.
I guess all of the... Okay, let's actually see what happens. So we see Arrow come down. Doesn't actually mean anything. BLG are not all grouped together. They're not on the same page. They take down Wings right away. And now just great job from IG just kind of kiting back in a sense. I guess BLG have no real tools to run forward. We see the Shockwave there to kind of dissuade Fofo, but never mind.
Let's see if IG get the Baron, because that could bring the game even more so back in their favor with Chakram and the damage and Ning's Smite. IG have Baron while Kingan's trying to end the game. He's like, enough of this nonsense. Let me get on that Nexus. Rookie making his way back as well with Baron recalls. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Rookie misses that, but Kingan does a bit of damage to Puff. But with Severin with Chakram, he won't find anything more. Nexus defended. And the Shy's going to be the target. Now, he should die here. But can IG hold on without him? They have for the whole game.
It's a 4v3, though. Ning is also dead, so, you know, regardless, I want to see BLG go for it. You have an exposed Nexus. Let's go.
Minions channeling in. Rookie's back up. Shockwave not available. That's their bonus. As Reheal wants to get him away from the Nexus. The Dissonance does enough damage as is. Redemption will heal on up, but Aphelios doing Aphelios things again. Puff has them on the run. The flash away from Wings. And BLG can't end the game.
I mean, realistically, without Tempered Fate hitting, you don't have a good way to run onto IG. They can just walk back, and they're walking into all of the Aphelios damage.
And the game goes on 34 minutes. I think IG have scaled.
I think, yeah, I agree. I think we're in a world where 4-item Orianna and 4-item Aphelios are probably going to pull IG across the finish line.
Oh, I don't want this to be a case of we complimented BLG all game long, and then they just suck at ending.
It's just so strange that we live in a world where, you know, you can have like a 12K gold lead, you can have an Ocean Soul, you can have an Elder Drake, you can have a Baron, and you still can lose.
You have a Silas that scaled so much earlier than he would.
His one combo did like 70% of Puff's HP in Fountain.
Them. And Fofo's even like in a really good position. Wings is as well, but he wasn't in a good position in the fight.
A Rookie played phenomenally. And
yeah.
Puff walked backwards against a bunch of champions who don't have like really amazing hard engage. I guess Tempered Fate and Ancient Crystal Arrow are good, but obviously they're both skill shots, so as long as you don't get hit by one of those, they walk into you, you're Aphelios, you do damage. You also have Ornn items.
I have a game plan for BLG. Get the Shy. Make it a 4 versus 5, and then dodge a Shockwave.
Hysterics coaching?
Maybe.
Okay, so kill the Shy, 5v4, dodge Shockwave.
He's now grouped up.
That is on the checklist, guys. Hysterics said so himself.
Yeah.
Let's keep our eyes on him.
Maybe watch Fofo's Trouble Bubbles. Feels like he's got some options as well, but Baron Buff is pushing minion waves out of the bases. Nick.
The problem is BLG need to find a way to get onto Puff. So they need like Tempered Fate onto Puff and then their members to actually be able to get onto him. But now IG's front line is actually pretty strong, right? The Shy is actually tanky now. Ning is very strong as well. And then you can't just ignore all of Rookie's damage.
Meteor and Ning trading blows. IG walking through mid. Trouble Bubble does land. Elders spawn. That's why BLG are going towards bot side. And as you said, the Shy tanky enough, even being 0-7. He's walking through this choke.
BLG can play this slow, though. They have supers pushing bot, and they even have supers that can take the top lane inhibitor.
I mean, it should be coming down. That turret's not even going to drop mid either. And onto Shin mode, Dissonance does enough. Trouble Bubble onto Puff, he cleanses that away, or QSS rather. As the minions you mentioned, they're going to get topside. That's an exposed Nexus. They can take it down themselves as Kingen on with the flank onto Puff. The Tempered Fate gets Rookie. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto the Shy. Kingen in with the flank onto Rookie. The Shockwave hits his own, but Kingen now on the rest of IG. They pull off of the Dragon. Kingen's going to go down here eventually. One more shot does it, but the Elder from Meteor steals it while the minions want to end, and Wings walks it down mid. BLG are redeemed by that awesome steal and the walk from Wings.
The steal ultimately didn't mean anything, though. The steal didn't matter. Wings like, huh, you know, guys, this is fun, but I just